It is impossible to know Paul's conversion without also knowing how drastically he turned from persecutor to being persecuted, because his zeal remained constant. But did his motivation change? Hello, my name is Perry Hall, and this is A Few Moments with Perry. Right now, you're probably thinking, well, yeah, it changed from a works-oriented salvation to grace-driven salvation. And that's true. But that's only part of Paul's conversion. Something else changed, driving Paul after he met Jesus and was baptized for the washing away of his sins, Acts 22, verse 16. The gospel did more than just save Paul. It saved Paul from a personal motivational need by which too many are still driven. Let's notice Paul's credentials. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, 21 through 23. But in whatever anyone dares to boast, I am talking foolishly. I also dare. Are they Hebrews? So am I. Are they Israelites? So am I. Are they descendants of Abraham? So am I. Are they servants of Christ? I am talking like a madman. I'm a better one with far more labors, far more imprisonments, far worse beatings, many times near death. I want you to focus on Paul's hesitancy to boast. Paul, in defending himself as orthodox or sound in the Jewish faith, said in Acts chapter 22 and verse 3, I am a Jew born in Tarsus of Cilicia, but brought up in this city, educated at the feet of Gamaliel. Now, Gamaliel was one of the greatest rabbis in the history of Judaism. And he was educated, he said, according to the strictness of our ancestral law. I was zealous for God, just as all of you are today. Again, Paul was zealous for God. That's a constant. Now look at Paul's resume in Galatians 1, 13 through 14. You've heard about my former way of life in Judaism. I intensely persecuted God's church and tried to destroy it. I advanced in Judaism far beyond many of my contemporaries because I was extremely zealous for the traditions of my ancestors. See, we've noticed again and again that Paul was extremely zealous for the right things. Zeal for what is right can be pure, but zeal, even for wrong things, can be motivated by pure ideals. Persecuting Christians could have been argued as being lawful because the Mosaical law actually called for stoning, such as with Achan. So was Paul's energy in persecuting and pursuing the ancestral ways and wanting to be zealous for God, was his energy, his zeal, justified always by pure motives? Notice something small yet large, just a short four-letter word in Galatians chapter 1, verse 10, which suggests Paul's motivation was not always pure. For am I now trying to persuade people or God? Or am I striving to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ. Did you notice that short but powerful word? If I were still trying to please people, I'm suggesting to you that Paul tried to destroy in advance that his extreme zealousness was at least partially motivated by wanting to please people. I suggest that the power of the gospel not only saved Paul and changed Paul's relationship to God, but additionally changed Paul's motivation as to why he did that which was right in God's sight. See, the gospel has the power to change us from trying to please people, which even includes trying to please ourselves, to pleasing God. Doing right is not holy when doing right is done to please people. So don't be a people pleaser, even in doing good. The gospel changes us so that our motivation now is we want and need to please God, even if that means being mistreated by strangers, friends, family, and even others who are trying to do right, even if they themselves are motivated by wanting to please people. This is Perry Hall. I am with the Millersville Church of Christ. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And thank you so much. And don't be a people pleaser.